Hey there, it's Tabitha with another Wednesday art snack for you. Today, I want to talk about living an authentic life. This is a topic that's been swirling around me lately, and I just thought it would be a great time to do a little art snack about it. So, I'm going to talk about what that means to me and how painting can help you achieve that. And while I do that, I'm going to push some paint around. So forgive me if I'm a little slow painting and talking at the same time. Not the easiest thing to do. So let me switch cameras and get to it. All right. So, authentic life. I know that does not sound like it has to do much with painting, unless, of course, you experienced this already. But it really has everything to do with painting. And that's because painting can help you to live an authentic life or a more authentic life. It's not the only thing, but it's a really great thing. So, living an authentic life is part of my mission statement. So, my mission statement is that I want to inspire and awaken possibilities in others. And I do this not only through creating art, but also by helping people get in touch with their creative selves, which helps them live a more authentic life. So I believe I am here to do that. And it wasn't always that way. Um, Painting got me to that point, you know, it helped me to understand because it is a great way to get to that authentic part of yourself. So, the definition of authentic is of undisputed origin, genuine. So, when you create art, and I'm really mainly going to talk about painting here because that's my jam, there are many reasons that painting helps people to live more authentic lives. So, first, it's a stress reliever, it is just an outlet for stress, plain and simple. There's something about it. I can't even describe it. It's just very, very relaxing. Um, but also it helps me deal with life's stuff. It helps me deal with the muck, the emotions. When you paint, you're just brought into the present moment. You slow down and focus. And the focus is just enough so that your mind can still wander, which makes it almost a moving meditation, right? So when my mind wanders, it often brings up things that I need to work on. Um, Relationships, life stuff, business stuff, any sort of stuff. So I work through these things as I paint, and I work in the paint. It's almost like the energy of this stuff goes into the paint. The paint absorbs it. And I know that's kind of wild and esoteric sounding, but that's what happens. That's how I feel like it works for me. So I also express myself through painting, and painting in itself is an expression. I mean, some people paint just to make a pretty picture. And, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But I paint to work things out and to express myself. So, yeah, I just get through some muck. I leave it on the canvas. And this is really common in my classes that people will come into the class feeling grumpy and having had an icky day, and they leave smiling and laughing. Now, of course, in a class situation, or at least in my classes, that is um, partially the community. They get community from my classes also. So it really it's a double whammy in that case. So all of these things help me to live a more authentic life, to be more of myself, a better, a more authentic expression of myself. So living an authentic life means being who you are, who you really are, being the best part of yourself, which of course you can't live that every day. That's just not the way um, things work. You can't do that. But it will help you to do it more often. So I'm not saying that this is going to make you the happiest person on the planet and then you're going to walk around with a big grin on your face, because nobody can do that all the time. That's not authentic. I mean that when you paint, you work through the negative stuff. You face the negative stuff and work through it, as well as the positive stuff. It gets you through it. You explore who you are and you come out the other side knowing yourself better, which is why people avoid it sometimes. And I know, you might say, well, I don't have time. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. I've got a full time job and a couple of kids and some dogs. And, you know, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy to make time to do it. But I will say that sometimes all of that is just an excuse. And I don't blame people. It's not always easy to face your stuff. But you got to do it cuz sometime it's just going to hit you. It's always there. It's always there. Get through it. Paint through it. So it makes me wonder how many people are really out there living what they might consider an authentic life, not pretending to be something they're not. There's so many distractions, and sometimes we don't know what the real us is. I mean, I try and live authentically. I paint, I write, I even meditate sometimes. I try and understand myself and know myself and work out life on the canvas. But I understand the distractions. I once had an office job. Oh my gosh, it was awful. It was awful. Sitting at a desk 8 hours a day is just not my thing. It was a great job for somebody, and I made what was decent money to me, growing up poor with a high school education. It was more money than I thought I would be able to make. But it turns out that I needed every penny of that to spend on things that I thought would make me happy. And of course, they didn't. Took me a while to realize that all that stuff wasn't making me happy. None of it. The house, the car, the husband, none of it made me happy. And eventually I gained the strength to leave them all behind me and begin the journey to living my authentic life. And I don't know if I could have done that without painting. I really don't. So, my question to you, are you living an authentic life? Do you express yourself authentically? Or are you trying to live someone else's version of you? And maybe it was even an old version of you that you thought you wanted to be. I don't know. Something to explore. I invite you to grab some paint, a canvas, a brush, move around some paint while you figure this stuff out. And when you do it, make sure you have some time alone, some quiet time, so you can process as you paint. And you might, want to listen to music, and that's fine. But when I really need to process stuff, I can't listen to music with words. I listen to jazz or classical music when I paint like that, because the words will get in the way and the words will start to guide my thoughts. So that's my 2 cents. And if you do this, let me know how it goes. I want to hear about it. Or any of your thoughts on authentic living as the best version of the you, authentically you. All right, clearly it is difficult to paint and talk. Thank you if you're still listening and watching. Thank you so much. If you want to come paint with me, I do online classes several times a week. You can find the schedule at denverartclass.com. And if you'd like to join my online community, my art community, it is free to join. You can find it at paintthroughit.com. What else would it be called, right? Paint Through It. And those links are below. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Happy painting.